Hello and welcome to Magical Travel Adventure. I am Lauren, your host, and today we are going to be talking about Beaches, Turks, and Caicos. And I am so excited to be talking about this because I always thought that I was a travel advisor that was not going to be doing all inclusives, and no one's ever going to ask me to do that. And in the past couple of months, I have had a bunch of families reach out and ask me about all inclusives and how to help them to book these vacations. So, we're going to start with one of them. This is my all time favorite, Beaches, Turks and Caicos. And this is a really fun one to talk about. So I'm very excited about it. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lauren. I'm a travel advisor and I specialize in family vacations and getting you that personalized vacation that is right for you. So, with Beaches, Turks, and Caicos, I will say that a lot of people think, oh, all inclusive, super easy. I just go online and I press a button and I book it, which could be an option for you, but not always what you want. So, this is an example of Beaches. So, Beaches is part of Sandals. So, a lot of people know what Sandals is. Sandals is an all inclusive, but it is just for couples. Beaches is family friendly, so you can have kids come here. If you're a solo traveler, you can come here. If you're going as a group, you can come here. So, this is a great option for you. So, Turks and Caicos, if you don't know, is known for its beaches. They have amazing, amazing beaches. And this is why people come here. And people who are just couples come here because they love beaches so much and they love the physical beach of this beaches resort here. So they have 12 miles of beaches. So you're getting good beach. And, it's not like someone else is right on top of you. And there are 5 areas here. So we have the Seaside Village, the Caribbean Village, the French Village, the Italian Village, and the Key West Village. So within those, there are different categories and things like that. Now, you're seeing a map of this. This is considered that main hub area, but you might not want to stay in that main hub area, but what you're looking for might be in that hub area. So you might want to look around. There are a lot of different options when we talk about beaches. I think that in this resort, there are 64 different room categories. So you really need to know what it is that you want, and you want to pick the right room based on that. So this is an all-inclusive. So the initial cost is going to, I say initial cost, but the cost of your vacation includes transportation to and from the airport. So you don't need to worry about what your transportation is to and from the airport. They take care of that. It includes your room. It includes all the meals at any of the restaurants. There's no restaurant that's extra money or anything like that. Alcohol is included depending on what room you have. It is included in your room, and it is included in any of the bar areas or restaurant areas. All the activities are included. Scuba, if you are IPAD certified and you have your stuff, you have access to free scubing. That for a cost, you can get scuba lessons if you would like. And another extra that's very common is a spa treatment. So that could be an added on. But again, something that you can pay for in advance. You can make your reservation and pay for it in advance before you even go so that it's all set up. But the scuba lessons and the spa treatments are the 2 big ones that you would pay extra. Now, tipping. I had a lot of questions about tipping. There is a no tipping policy here at the resort. Your gratuities are already included, except if you are staying in one of the butler suites, you are allowed to tip your butler extra. And at the spa, you can tip the spa people extra. Okay. Those are the only 2 places that you would be tipping. Otherwise, all your tips are included, including it at the restaurants and all that. Now, rooms. All the rooms are going to include air conditioning, Wi-Fi, either a king bed or 2 double beds, depending on what you booked, a TV, a refrigerator, a coffee maker, And the biggest thing that I will say is this includes a private bathroom. And you might think, Lauren, what a silly thing for you to say. Well, most all-inclusives don't have private bathrooms. And it doesn't matter if you're traveling with kids, they don't care. They don't make you a special bathroom for that. But at beaches, they have all private bathrooms. So at a lot of all-inclusives that say that they take kids, what happens is there is a bathtub or a jacuzzi tub in the middle of your room, or there is a shower, a glass shower in your room or in the middle of your room. So, in order, if you don't want to bathe in front of your entire family, you can be the only person in your room in a lot of other all inclusives. But here at beaches, that's not what they do. You have a separate bathroom area that is with a door and your own privacy. So, really something to think about when you're thinking all inclusives, because I was shocked when I started getting all these certifications for all the different all inclusives that I was like, wait, so which one does have a private bathroom? Because that's what I'm looking for. And beaches is one of the very, very few. So you really want to make sure that you do your research if you're booking on your own. Now, there are different levels of service. So, butler is the highest level service, then it's concierge, and then it's luxury. So, you will be picking one of those three basically based off your room category. Obviously, a butler means that you have your own dedicated butler for yourself. So that would be the most pampered vacation. They do offer rooms here that have a special section that are for kids. They have this bunk area too. So make sure that you look in that and just understand that they are double beds. They're not two queen beds. If you are traveling with your kids, or even as adults, a lot of us have queen or king beds. So it is a little bit of a difference. So dining, I thought about putting all the dining options up here, and no, there's over 20 dining options. There is something for everyone here. Okay. It goes from food trucks to a sit down reservation. Okay. So you can kind of decide. You do not make reservations before you go. When you get there, if you need to make a reservation somewhere, you can, but oftentimes they don't even take reservations at some of the restaurants. So you kind of like walk up and they'll say, like, come, like, it's like a regular restaurant, come back in like 30 minutes or something like that. Now, there's not always a wait, so don't worry about that. There are buffets that are open also. So there's always kind of like food area that you can go to. And there's all different types. We have like this more hibachi style restaurant. You can also eat right at the beach. There are some dress codes for certain restaurants, so you need to be aware of that. I would say the biggest thing is men, you can't wear shorts at every restaurant. Some of them do require you to wear a pair of pants and a collared shirt. No suits are needed, no ties are needed, polo. I call it golf attire is normally fine to wear. The big thing that parents often want to know is that the legal drinking age is 18. So if your kid is 18, they will know that in your reservation, because you do have to provide their actual birth dates to make a reservation. So just be aware that if you have kids that are at that 18-year-old age, that the drinking age is at 18. Everything in the dining room is included. There's not like a special menu that you order off of and then it's extra for this. It's just, this is the menu, you order it, and you can order more, you can order less, you can have your kids try this thing. They hate it. Great. Let's order them something else. So it's kind of up to you. But it's all available for you. For certain people, room service is also included in your stay, so you can also order room service. There are candlelight dining options, which are extra, or if you're in those butler suites, you can also have it all set up in your room. So just think about that. Dining is not a concern here. Now, activities. Let me tell you, there are so many activities here. There was no way I was going to be able to include them all. My biggest thing that I would say is be careful if you go to the Beaches website. The website is for all of Beaches resorts. I'm specifically talking about Turks and Caicos. So On the website, if you look, it'll say, "Oh, it offers this and this and this," but it doesn't offer it at Turks and Caicos. So Turks and Caicos does have certain rules and certain environmental laws, so not everything can be offered at Turks and Caicos. So make sure you are really checking that fine print to see if what it is that you're looking for those activities is included at Turks and Caicos, because oftentimes it is not, or part of it is, or like something is, but it's not completely. So just make sure that you look at that. The big two things that people love doing are the glass bottom boats and the kitty cat cruises. So the glass bottom boats, obviously, guess what? Have a glass bottom. And they are covered boats. They are not open boats. So that helps too with the sun. And you will ride and you'll be able to see down what you're basically going over in the water. The kitty cat cruises there's a bunch of different options, but basically sometimes characters come on those boats with you. There's water slides off the boat sometimes. It's just like a different, like, fun cruise. So those are the two big activities that they have, or the two most common ones, I will say, that people do during this cruise or during this vacation. There's also like a water park. There's a kids area. There's a older kids area. They have lots of different sports: volleyball, tennis, billiards. They have board games that you can take out and bring back to your room, so you can play them in your room. That's kind of fun. And then there's a bunch of different water activities that you can do. So if you want to try kayaking with your kid, windsurfing, snorkeling, aquatrikes, all that stuff, all these things you can try with the kids, and it's awesome. Scuba diving. There is scuba diving. If you are certified and you have your card, your certification, if you bring that with you, you can go scuba diving. If you are not and you want to, try it out for some fee, you can do scuba diving. And there is an Xbox lounge also. But these are just some of the activities. I can't put them all up, but this is a big chunk of them. Now, they also have a kids camp. So it's for all different ages through 17, so 0 to 17 years old. They are split up into these age ranges here. So you have infant, toddlers, navigators, adventurers, tweens, teens. All of them have their own space. So, and all the people here are certified, and they have an autism certificate to work with all different types of kids and all different types of needs. So you can definitely talk to the people before you go. When you get there, you can also talk to the people. They're constantly being trained. They are constantly, working to make sure that all kids can be included here. Now, the big thing here is that I know I'm showing like an Elmo picture, so obviously for younger kids, but those tweens and teens have their own separate location. Teens actually have an option to do certain excursions from Turks and Caicos that parents are not allowed. So you can also look into that if you have teens. There's a private island, a pirate island, sorry, for different age groups. So there's different areas for those kids. And there's also the Shadow Lounge for tweens and teens. So that's nice. And there is a Sesame Street breakfast on certain mornings. So make sure, if that's something that you're interested in, you look to see if it's available when you're there. But the biggest thing I will say is the certified staff they're really wonderful. They take their jobs very seriously, and they really want your kids to feel safe, and they want the parents to feel safe leaving their kids with them. So they really work very hard to make sure of that. Now, there's also a few adult only things. Now, the Red Lane Spa, that's the spa. It's amazing. There are some like teen tween things that you can do there too, but mostly for adults. You can do a private candlelight dinner. There are photography sections, and there is an adults only restaurant for the evening. So there are different options for you for adults. So don't think like, oh my gosh, it's all going to be all about the kids. And don't think that, Elmo is going to be everywhere. It's Sesame Street characters here, but It's not like it's overbearing that if you have older kids, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, why is there so much Sesame Street here? There are ways to, find your space where like the littler kids will go in one place, the older kids will go in another place. So everyone will have their spot. All right, let me know below if you have any questions about Turks and Caicos, and I will see you next time on Magical Travel Adventure. Bye.